Hey there, hope you're doing well. In today's video, I wanted to share two things that I have personally witnessed and experienced that I know will help to blow up your YouTube channel, right? So I'm essentially looking at the activity on my YouTube channel over the past few days and how things have been kind of picking up, even though they've started slowing down a little bit now. But I've experienced like an unusual amount of growth, and there's two things that I have picked up from that. One more so than the other, okay? And I know once I start implementing that other, I'm probably going to see like ridiculously even more crazy growth, right? Okay? So without beating around the bush, let's just go ahead and get into the first one that is mostly responsible for at least actually, in fact, both of them have almost equally been responsible. But let's just get into the first one, okay? If you start sharing, as opposed to like just say talking about a particular topic or showing how to, like teaching how to do stuff like most videos on YouTube, if or like if you're going through some kind of process, right? If you can share, in fact, document what you're doing, right? Document exactly what you're doing and showing as showing as much detail as possible, right? People want to see that kind of stuff, right? People really want to see that. They want to see something real. They don't want to see anything that's fabricated, right? There's just like YouTube is just. Let me just give an example since that's the part of the niche I'm in, right? Let's just talk about like the broad wealth niche in general, right? YouTube is, for lack of a better word, littered, right? Littered with a lot of these videos that claim to show you, for example, how to make, I don't know, like you'll see a video title, how to make $100 a day, or how to make, $3,000 in 2 hours, whatever. Like some of these crazy titles, whatever the case may be, right? And some of them could very well be real, right? There are people out there who really know what they're doing, making some crazy amounts of money, right? But you'll see a video like a generic video like how to make $100 a day, and they're just telling you to do that, do this, do that, blah blah blah, and they don't even necessarily show proof of it. They don't necessarily even show proof of them having done it. So it's just like a vague it's just like a vague arbitrary number that people put out there. Mostly a lot of times it's for, let's face it, for clickbait purposes, right? People see dollar amounts and they're inclined to click, right? For the hope that this one video might not be one of those generic fluffy videos that don't really give you details, right? What really, like that same title, right? Or that same video, right? If you turn, instead of like how to make $100 a day, right? If you turn that into if you turn that into how I made $100 a day, and actually, this is now in retrospect, right? If you're showing something that you've already done in the past, right? That in itself, right, is going to make a huge difference where you're actually showing exactly what you did, how you did it. You show proof of it, right? People are more inclined to get a lot more value from stuff like that because they're actually seeing that the person clearly knows what they're talking about and they're doing the stuff step by step. I mean, think about it for a split second, right? Think about it for a split second. If I was like, I came on here and I was shooting a video, basically teaching you how to, like how to lose weight. If I created a video and I said like, hey, and I'm trying. In fact, I created a channel sharing, like trying to teach you how to lose weight, and then you see me over here, and I'm like maybe like ridiculous, like 100 pounds overweight, and I'm stuffing my face with pizzas and all that kind of stuff. How seriously would you really take me? All right, how seriously would you really take me? As opposed to, let's just say you see like a crazy fitness individual, like a person who's crazy fit and has like maybe before pictures, right? Before and after pictures, right? They showed you that it's the person that you're looking at on camera, and they show you video, pictures and video footage of how they were when they were like 100 pounds overweight, right? and then they show the gradual journey. They show everything that they've been doing to get to that point. Those, it's like real, right? That's real stuff. Okay, so in the same way, like in this, in the wealth space, right? Wealth niche, or that's the broad, like the broad wealth niche, whether it's showing people how to make money with the stock market, or how to make money with affiliate marketing, whatever the case may be, right? If you can actually get to the point where you're like you're showing, like kind of like what I've been doing in some of my most recent videos, right? If you're new to the channel and you have no idea what I'm talking about, go check out some of my recent videos. You'll see where I'm actually going through the process of showing myself doing, whatever I'm doing, right? And I'm doing it at the risk of failing, for instance, right? People are always curious. They want to see if somebody's able to succeed at something, right? It's like a story. The way our brains are wired, right? We always want to close loops, right? You always want to close loops. And that in turn is what gets people to want to subscribe, right? Especially if you're promising them that, and you got to follow through on your promise, right? If you're promising them, showing that you're going to start something that they probably also want to know how to do, right? And then you actually start and you show them that, hey, this is what's going on. This is what I'm doing here. This is where I'm at this point. This is where I hope to be, right? And I'll show you everything that I'm doing. So make sure you subscribe. People will subscribe because they kind of, if it's something that they're interested in, right? If it's something that they're interested in, they more than likely will subscribe because they want to see the outcome. And more than just seeing the outcome, they want to know that it's actually going to work. So it might be to determine whether it's going to be worth their while to actually do it themselves. Okay. So that's the thing. I mean, you got to understand, we're in an age online where people are extremely skeptical, and rightly so, right? Because have been charlatans. They've been ripping charlatans, just ripping people off left and right. So people are generally skeptical when it comes to any of this stuff online related to making money, or just getting financial related stuff. Okay. So if you want to stand out, that's something that you can really do that will really help. Okay, so document your if you're whatever journey, whatever it is you're trying to do right now, document it and show every single, like, show as much as you can about it, right? Show that process, show everything that's happening. Get people involved in the conversation, like get people to ask questions, or whatever the case may be, right? So that's one. The other one, which I haven't really gone as deep into it as much as I probably should, but I kind of, if I'm being honest, kind of like should I say word? I don't know. Like I'm reluctant to do it, right? But the truth is, the more vulnerable you can be, and showing, like, the more vulnerable and transparent that you can be, showing everything about, like, the more you reveal about yourself, right? The more you reveal about yourself, the more people can connect to you, the more people can relate to you. If you start doing that more, because I've seen a lot of my videos in the past, the ones that have actually kind of done well happen to be the ones where I'm sharing some stuff, like some vulnerable stuff, right? Sharing stuff that typically you wouldn't want to share, or that you might only share with, like, one of your close friends and all that type of stuff, right? Stuff that is, especially if it's something that's embarrassing, or stuff that doesn't necessarily paint you in the best light. So that's that is the other aspect. That is one that I know I personally haven't done as much of as I could, or maybe I don't know if I should, right? But there's a fine line, right? There's a fine line. There's a lot, especially when it comes to, like, okay, like what I'm talking about here, like, aiming to become financially independent and all that, right? If I, like, how much of my finances have I really revealed, right? If we're being honest, right? How much of my finances have I really revealed? But the people that tend to blow up and tend to do well with their channels, are the ones that reveal a lot of this, some of this. And again, I'm not saying you should go broadcast your entire like everything about yourself, but I mean, if you're in the process of 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 trying to build something, of trying to grow something, it kind of makes sense that that you share like how well you actually are growing or how poorly you are, right? Or if you're not growing at all, right? So that's something that I'm looking at maybe in 20 to start in 2025, possibly get to the point where okay, we're doing like some monthly uh monthly, what do they call them, like income reports and stuff like that with everything that I'm doing. That's something that I'm seriously considering to do on a monthly basis starting in 2025. And I know that that type of stuff is stuff that would blow up, help to blow that would help to blow my channel. And again, this is because of the space I'm in, right? You if you're in a different niche, whatever the case is, you just have to find what it is in your space that you can reveal and share and be more open about, more vulnerable. People love to live vicariously through others, right? We generally are, I don't know if it's that we're nosy, but we are interested. People are really interested in other people's lives because it's private stuff that people don't typically share. So that's what makes it so interesting, and that's what helps to get it out. I mean, that's what helps make it, generate views, help your channel blow up in essence, right? So, anyway, that's it. I just wanted to share that with you. You can take the advice and put it into practice. And